Hello everyone and welcome to Exciting Nuclear channel. Today we are going to do our first C++ program, or you can say first C++ beginner project, and that is number guessing game. So let me show you the introduction. For that, let me share my screen. So as you can see, this is going to be our project 4. So title is number guessing game. So this is the introduction of this you can say simple project, and that is this is going to be an interactive game where the computer randomly selects a number and the player tries to guess it within the limited number of attempts. Also, I'm thinking of providing the player some hints. So let me share next slide, and that is objectives and features. So our main objective is to generate a random number within the you can say specified range. Also allow user input for guesses, and that is obvious. And the next thing is feedback, basically too high, too low, or maybe close. And then the count and the you can say the number of attempts. And also we are going to give user either to end game at one iteration or later. We will do that later. For now, we are going to just implement this end the game when the guest is correct, or you can say the attempts are exhausted. So that can be simply you can say extend to the exit thing using. So these are the concept that we are going to use. Basically variables and data type, loops, conditional statements, random number generation, and input output. So now let me share my coding screen to show you the code. So this is the code. I hope everything is visible. Yeah. So this is the code, and as discussed in the previous video, we are going to use this to ctime and cstdlib, which basically help us to generate a random number. So before moving on to the project, let's do the things that we always do. We are going to structure the program using the comments. That is, we are going to do like something like random number generator, and the next thing we are going to do is, wait a second, let me adjust my table height. Yeah. So the first thing is random number generator. The next thing is going to be like what should we like user input. Okay. The next thing we are going to do is you can say write our main you can say guessing loop, or maybe this guessing loop can be written in this our main code. So for now, let's write our first function, that is random number generator, and then we are going to test that code using the int main function. So, so as you can see, we are going to be writing this. So we are going to output the integer from this number, and what should we name it? Random number generator RNG, which is going to take input, or maybe we don't need to specify an input here. We can just simply use this. And first thing we have to do is we have to seed the time. Sorry, we have to seed the time using, and I have just actually used this first time. So maybe yeah, there might be some kind of you can say error and something. So yeah, yeah, seed the random number, and then we are going to use this time 0. So basically what is this going to do is it is going to actually set you can say random seed for our you can say random seed for our generator to generate a random number. Now if I want to generate this random number in the range of 1000, or maybe for the time being we can use just this int number. So for the timing we are going to use this int number here, and also going to return this number. Now it's time to test this you can say function. I think the size is quite correct or not, I don't know. Yeah, that's good. Sorry, we forgot to put this. So for now, testing the function cout, and cout is going to return us this rng, and at the end we are going to call this endl. Now let's try to run this code and see whether this number is actually generating or not. So after like this, our number is getting generated. Now let me try to run this code again to see whether this time the number is different or not. Yeah, the number is different. So our random number generator is working quite good. Now we are going to take the user input. So yeah, so the user input is going to be like integer, as we have been int ui. So in this function, we are just going to do is cout, enter your, enter your guess, and after that we are going to take an input of I, or maybe we have to like write this something like this, guess, and rather than I, we should use this guess here. Also return this guess. So this is going to be our, you can say, the number that we are going to return in this statement. Okay, we forgot to put a semicolon here. And now let's try cout user input test, and we are going to call this user input function here. And now let's test that function. So it is asking for the user input test. So 23, let's say 223. Okay, this time it is returning everything. Okay, everything is looking just fine till now. The next thing we have to do is to actually create a iteration, basically attempts. Now let's create a function. You can say n. So n attempts can be done by using while loop, which can be done using like this. Let's say we are now we are going to test a simple application using this. So for that, let's create some variable, and the variable such as you can say number, actual number, ACT number, comma, and guess. So these are the two numbers that our function is going to actually say, two variable that this function is actually going to have. Now this actual number is going to be, yeah, is actually is going to store this random generated number. Okay, and for the user input is going to be, you can say, saving into this. Okay, for now this is working just fine. Now we can just implement a for loop for I in sorry, Python habits int I equal to 0, then I is less than, maybe we should set up 5 attempts for the user, and maybe we should put n equal to 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Yeah, that will create a 5 attempts. So I believe this should actually do the trick. Yeah. So every time we are going to take the user input, and actually maybe I should put this inside the loop. Yeah, that is what it should be look like. So every time it is going to ask user for an input, and then checks for you can say input user input and actual number. For now, we are just going to print this user input and the number here to actually see what this program is doing. You can say comma, and here we can just put this sorry actual number. So that's how this function is going to work, and I believe this is going to work. And it does not work. Actually, it shows an error here. Why multi-character constant? I don't know what this situation thinks. Let's just for now. Let's just say you can say enter my guess. Let's say 23. Okay, now let's clear this and rerun and see the issue. Multi-character. Okay, same issue. That means just escape. So the actual number is getting quite large. I don't know why. Maybe I should just see. Yeah, actually, last time it is working quite fine. So maybe you should, yeah, maybe we can just do one thing. We can just put a constant keyword here, and Okay, maybe that won't be required. Int guess UI. Maybe this is going to work this time. It's still showing some issue in this statement actually. So maybe we can just remove that if it is causing some issue. Okay, let's clear it, rerun it. Okay, now this is working just fine. Let's say if I enter 2, user input is actually, okay, the actual number is 14. So 14, 14, 123. Okay, our function is working just fine, but here we have to see what can we do about this. We can say comma part, which is actually getting us some issue. Maybe we can just put a comma here, or maybe there was a quotes issue. Uh, so let's say 23. Okay, this is working fine. That was actually quotes issues here. Quotes are mismatching, which causes that issue. And also we forgot to put an end line character. So our function is now taking create actually generating a random number, and then it is asking for user to input the number and just printing the actual number and the guess. Now we have to change this functionality in such a way that it is going to actually say it is going to check whether the random number generated and the user input is actually close, too big or too small, or something like this. So for that, maybe we can put here a new function, checks, or maybe hints. And this hints function is what going to return is, it is going to return us string. I have not actually included the strings in this include string. So this is now good. So this hint is going to, you can say, take user input and what it is going to return us user input, as well as it is going to take actual number, and it is going to give us something like if user input. So let's create a switch statement, which UI, or maybe switch is not required here. We can just use if and else, because there is only three hints that we are going to give to user. That is too high, too low, and close. So for the too high, if you can say actual number, as we have the range of 0 to 100, maybe we can do one thing. We can just use 25. Yeah, actually that's good. That's look good. Actual number minus UI equal to or less, greater than or equal to what? 25. This is going to be like threshold that we set here. Yeah, if something like this happens, then return to 5. Else, if this is what it is going to do. If this statement maybe not too high, this is actually going to return us something else. You can say if actual number minus, it should give us negative actually. Okay, let's just recreate it. I got confused for a second there. Uh, let's understand it using an example. Let's say if the actual number is something like 30 and user input is what should be, let's say 5, then the number is too low. And in the similar way, if user input is 30 and the number is, you can say 60, it is too high. And if the number is 30 and user input lies in range, let's say 25 to 35, then it is close. So this is what I'm actually trying to do here. So we can just do one thing, and that is quite simple. If user input modulus, or maybe you can say what to do for everything needs to be positive, we have to use cmath library too. So include cmath, and also if you can say mode, sorry, absolute mode actually, what, yeah, every time I got confused. If absolute of ui minus actual number is equal to 5, then return one thing, and that is close else if actual ui minus actual number, let's say if the difference is not equal to 5, that means something else. Maybe I should put less than or equal to 5, And if the difference is you can say greater than equal to 5, what we can do is just simply do is greater than 0 and what the other thing, if the user input and the actual number difference is greater than 0 and the same is greater than greater than 5 or maybe 10, yeah, just 5, then return to 5, else do one thing, return. So this is going to be like hint, and we can implement that hint here itself in a way like hint user input, or maybe guess, and so we can just see out this one thing for every guess every time. Now if you try to execute that thing, yeah, let's say if I enter 2 here, too low, enter your guess 3, okay, it's working just fine. Now let me put an handle here. So this time let us just, sorry, my PC is a little slow because it is too old, but I hope we can enter our input. Let's say we enter 24, it says too low, that means we have to increase our input, let's say 50 this time, it's still too low, let's say 70, and it's still too low, and let's say 80, too low, 90, close. So at 90, our you can say input is quite close. Maybe we can rerun this situation. Too high. Okay, this time we get an actually, and 25 is close. That means our input must lie in range of 20 to 30. And if I say like 22, it's still close. And what about 30? Let's say that's the situation. It's still close. Okay, 22 is still close, and 30 is still close. Maybe 24, and the loop exit. Now to see whether we are going in right direction or not, we can just do one thing. We can just print the output for now. I know that's cheating, but maybe we can do that. You can say print the number, actual number is ACT number. Why I'm doing this? Actually, to see whether the functionality of this hint is actually working just fine or not. And to see that, we just have to do that. Our output got Okay, our number is 26. So for now, I'm going to put 30 here, and that is close. And I am going to put 40 here. That's too high. Okay, that's also working. If I put 15, that's too low. That means close, too high, and too low is working just fine. And our number is 26. So let's say if I enter 20, maybe 20, it's still too low, maybe 21, and it gets in the range of closeness. So maybe for the close condition, maybe we should decrease the range so that not 5, maybe in the 2. That means if the number is, I can say 30, and the difference between the number and the user input, say 28 and 32, then it is close, as it is not. So it is just going to be more specific. So our number is 71 for now. Let's say 50. That's too low. Now let's say 70. That's close. Okay. Now let's say 75. That's too low. Now here, as you can see, we got an anomaly, which shows us that the number is too low. And I believe it is due to this condition is not written right actually. So maybe we can see that later. For now, let's try to focus on reaching the outcome. Let's say 80. That's too high. Okay. So 71 plus 2 is actually 73. Maybe this 75 is must be too high. Okay. For now, let us continue, and we can just put greater than 0, or maybe greater than 0 is not required. We can just put actual number here and just remove that. Now I believe this is going to be working. Okay, now 45. Now let's say if I put 47, that's close. Now 48, that's too low. Okay, 48, it's still showing too low. 49, 50. Okay, now this situation got actually this situation actually got a little busted. I don't know why. Because I have written the statement like if the difference of the number is greater than, or maybe here too we need absolute to make this situation work just fine. Okay, our number is 15. Let's try 18. That's too low. 19. That's too low. W. I don't know why this is working just fine. Maybe due to the condition. And why is it showing that? Okay, our energy go to low. And we can plug in the charger. And okay, charger is plugged. So we want to see actually that whether this number is working or not. So for that, maybe we need to see whether this situation is working just fine or not. Uh, okay, so let's review the conditions which we have set. So If the number is within the range of plus minus 2 of the actual number, then it is closed. If the number is greater than actual number, then it should be too high. And for that, maybe we not we need not to have. Okay, we forgot to update this number actually. 5. So let's say if I put 89 or maybe 90, that's too high. 89, that's close. Now 85, that's still close. Now 84, that's too low. Okay, now our function is working. Let's say if I put 87 here, close. It's still close. Okay. Now, before this hinting, we can just put the check here, and the check is if number, let's say number, oh sorry, actual number equal to yes, then do one thing, see out the number congratulations, you got the right number. So maybe we can print this statement, and with this statement, let's try to rerun that. So our number is 33 in this case. So first I'm going to put like something like 25. That's too low, which is expected. Now 30 is also too low. 31 close. 32, and if I put 33 here, congratulations, you got the right number. And then it also printing this close statement, which we need only if the number is not equal to the guessed number. So maybe this situation will handle everything all right. So our if and else block is actually written, and hinting also presented. Now let's implement this logic in such a way. Okay, we have written hints or maybe multi-line comments will actually work best in this case. A multi-line comment, we can actually, you can see, we can actually collapse this all things. Now, the next thing we should do is to create a function. Actually, we have created the basic functionality of what we are uh, expected to do. Now, let's create the levels in this function, or you can say in this code. So every level we have will have different, you can say range, and the number of attempts are actually fixed, and maybe we should rise that attempts. Let's say for now, let's write the levels and number speed. Now we are going to, you can say, level up this program a little bit in such a way that it is going to create some levels, and also it is also going to change the number seed for that particular level. So for that, we just want to create a function, and that is this int and level, or maybe number, level, number, range. So what this function is going to do is it is going to take the which level the user selects. Let's say level selected, and by default let's set it to the easy level. Now for this level, the user is going to actually do one thing, which level is one. uh, I think I need to put okay, or maybe if we are using switch, we don't need to pass zero here, we can just put that here. Now case one, we can just return. So for case zero, that means level zero, we can return the same limit of number. And for the case two, that means days, we can return the range a little bit higher, and that is 500. That means 0 to 500 numbers. Now case 3 will have a range of 1000, and default case is so. This is what it is going to do actually. So what it is going to do is it is going to take user that which level that you which level at which level the user want to play. Now if user want to play at level 0, which is easy, uh, then the range of the number is going to be like from 1 to 0 to 100, 1 to 500 for medium level, and then for you can say hell mode, user is going to be facing numbers from you can say 1 to 1000. So these kind of things that we have created. And also by default, if user haven't is does not enter any level, or you can say by mistake user enters any other number than level 0 1 2, then in that case it is going to do one thing, it is going to set the user to this kind of you can say 100 numbers. Now we have to you can say integrate this function that we have written into this RNG. Now here RNG will now take the what they say range. So first of all int RNG, or maybe not RNG because we have used it, int range, and you can just put range here, and also we are going to put one here plus one. That means that it's going to add one more digit. So now we have actually created this function quite fine. Now we also need to have some you can say info where user get to know that okay, I want to play easy, so what should I enter? So for that we need to define the menu system, Now for menu, we can just use void menu. In the menu, we are going to return one thing, maybe m is equal to string m is going to be like uh, welcome to number guessing game. Okay, we have written the welcome statement. Now we are going to do something like return m. For now, let's complete this function. Now easy level, choose the level you want to play. You want to play. So this is what this function is going to do. And for now, the user, let's say if user want to play easy level, and we can just set 0, and we should also suggest user that the number is going to be 1 to 100, and in the similar way the user can get you can say what do they say, like details that okay, if I am playing this game, there are some levels. So let's complete this. So easy, then medium, and for medium we are going to put something like this 500, 1. Now for L, and for L level user have to select 2. So this is what our function is going to take from user. Maybe little formatting will look it more like. So I believe that it's now let's. So it is still showing an error. Match function. So maybe we should put string data type here to match actually something. See out, and then we should write menu here to print it. Now when we run this, we should also take user input, or maybe something like this. See out, enter your choice. Okay, so this is what user we are going to ask user for. Now we are going to take an input like we should also define int level. Okay, if okay, now we have to create something like this level num range, we have to call that. So we have to call like something like range level number range, and in this we have to pass the level that user has selected. Now after storing that into the range function, we have to pass this range into this range function. Okay, so I believe this is working just fine. So enter your choice. Okay, our output is not printed well, but for now, let's just use that. Let's say if I enter nothing, uh, I enter 5 here. So it's taken, okay, now enter your guess, 87 number. So there are few issues that I am seeing with the code, and these are that game is not getting exit even after entering the right number. Now to solve that, we can just put, put a break statement here, or maybe continue, and maybe break is not required. We can just think of it something other else for now. So let's resolve this you can say issue here. Or maybe so for now, I believe this is working. This is going to work. Okay, now welcome to number guessing game. Choose the level you want to play. I want to play the second level. Okay, the number is 450, and if I hit 450, I got the right number, and that's all. Now, actually, we have created the you can say exact basic level of code for this function, or you can say for this project. Maybe some more you can say some more edit in that. We're going to make it stand out, and for this number level range, it's fine. But maybe one more thing that we need to do is if level is not equal to -1, then execute this whole code. Else break this or see out with sorry, thank you for playing with us. this is what is going to print. Maybe we need not to put break statement here because we are not using any kind of loop or iterative statement here. So for now, our function is looking quite good. Let's try to run this again. Okay, again it's asking us for the input. Let's say 3 here, or maybe 2. The choice is actually 47. Okay, now let's clear it and comment this line out for the actual number so that user can't seem to see whatever is happening or not. So right now our function does not include any kind of hinting. Okay, hint is given to user, and also we can do one thing before this level thing is that maybe rage bit our users like this level is 0 out. I know you are scared. And for this, now you are talking. So this kind of statement can sometimes make user go, you can say, into rage mode, and user try to go for some harder level, and we can just use this kind of thing to actually engage the user. So now you are telling me, now you are worthy by respect. And that's all in it. And also, before printing the menu, sorry, after printing the menu, we can, or also after taking the input, we can do one thing, and that is or maybe here add a little spices. What should we write here? I hope you know that you only got 5 pencils. So maybe we should also put something like mm, not that emoji here, and let's something like okay. Maybe this emoji is actually quite fit for here, and here we should change that something like this should do the game. Okay, let's say if I put 0 here. Actually, the emoji is not getting printed here, so I know. Uh, maybe oh, we also forgot to put break statement here because without break it is going to execute everything. Maybe the emoji is not needed, so we can just let's say if I put 2 here, I hope you know that you only got 5 chances, you know, and or maybe for now we can do one thing. We should print this statement before menu, after menu. Okay, now our code is actually working just fine. We just have to clear everything and rerun it. Welcome to number guessing game. Choose the level you want to play. You only got 5 chances. So okay, I got 5 chances, that's good. We forgot to put handle here. So we can just escape that, clear it again. This is 0. 45 is too high, still too high, maybe 22 at last, 25, and that close. And maybe one more thing can be implemented, that after exhausting every you can say attempt, we can just say how much whether, or you can say what's your actual number is. So after doing this loop, we can do something like C out, so number is, so this is what going to be. So let's put a while guess here, 50. That's too low. Okay, balance out 60, that's too low, or maybe 80, 90 lows, now 95, that's too high. The number is 88. So as you can see, our code is working just fine. So we have built our first, you can say, project out of the 9 projects that we have to build. And the updation that we can make in this game is that we can include, you can say, multiple runs, and also you can say score tracking. That means how many levels the user have played, and how many levels the user has been. So these kind of things can also be implemented. And that's all for now. We have created a, you can say, number guessing game from scratch, and I hope you like it. So let's meet in the next project. Till then, be healthy. Thank you.